In our strategy, we do not trade headlines. We track phase transitions, and sometimes politics is not the cause of instability, it is the confirmation. The UK just went from landslide victory to near political revolt in under 2 years. That is not normal political churn. That is economic stress transmitting upward. The video we reviewed makes a blunt claim. It is always the economy. GDP might be positive, markets might be up, but if labor is deteriorating, households feel it. And that distinction matters more than any press conference. Here is the mechanism. When hiring slows, income confidence erodes. When income erodes, consumption softens. When consumption softens, business investment hesitates. Then job losses accelerate, and that is when politics destabilizes. Markets can ignore that for a while. Liquidity can support asset prices. Index concentration can hide internal weakness. Policy messaging can delay recognition. But labor weakness is rarely isolated. It tends to migrate. In our phase framework, this looks like late phase 1 drifting toward phase 2. Multiple compression beneath surface stability. Political volatility rising before credit breaks. It is not phase 3 yet. Credit has not fractured. Funding markets are not seizing. But the probability distribution is shifting. In the near term, stability and drift can coexist. Over the intermediate horizon, persistent labor weakness increases the odds of credit stress. That is the transition that matters. If you find this type of breakdown useful, subscribe. Not for headlines, but for structured probability mapping. We focus on sequencing signals so you can see regime shifts forming before they are obvious. Now, what changes for us? We increase the weight on labor confirmation. We tighten participation discipline in late-cycle rallies. We elevate optionality. What does not change? We do not panic on politics alone. We do not assume elections cause crashes. We do not abandon risk participation if liquidity remains supportive. The checklist is straightforward. Watch unemployment trends. Watch credit spreads. Watch housing stress. Watch breadth deterioration beneath index strength. If labor stabilizes and credit compresses, the signal weakens. If unemployment accelerates and spreads widen, phase 3 risk rises. Quick note before we close. This is educational commentary on macro signals and risk sequencing. It is not financial advice. Political instability is rarely the starting point. It is often the visible symptom of deeper economic pressure. We do not need to be early. We just cannot afford to be late.